Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So happy new year to everyone. And I want to thank everybody who's been supporting my Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and Love and Hip Hop New York recaps. It means a lot to me because like I said, these recaps take a lot of work. I got to come up with my own little, shade and punchlines and everything else. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy my satire. And to those of y'all who watch my videos and get in your feelings about these characters and things like that, I'm going to need you to go get some self-esteem about yourself because they're not tripping out for you. They're not going to pay you for defending them. So, you know what I mean? Bring it down a notch. We're having fun with this show. This is something we all tune in to watch, and we come here for the commentary and for the tea. How you doing? So anyways, I hope you guys have your teacups ready because it's time to get this recap started. This week's episode of Love and Hip Hop New York was a hot damn mess. So let's go ahead and pick up right where we left off. In the opening scene, we have DJ Selfish, honey. And DJ Selfish is trying to play it off like he's not boosted as hell that Cardi B and Yorma are fighting over him. Cardi D whoops the shit out of Yorma. Yorma gets upset, you know what I mean? She starts trying to take off her shoes. And she's like, where's she at? Where's she at? And security's looking at her like, bitch, you just got your ass whooped. I'm gonna need you to have several damn seats. Meanwhile, top flight security done drug Cardi B's ass out to the car. And Cardi B's mad. She's in her confessional going off. She's like, these stripper looking ass security guards pushing me and everything. Don't nobody push me. Not Self, not this ugly ass bitch. Don't nobody push me. Not even my man pushes on me. What the hell? I want out this car. Get me out this car. Then y'all, this broad ends up breaking the damn car window. I'm like, Cardi B is a hot ass mess. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this girl. Anyways, we go back inside the club and DJ Selfish is there trying to run some more stupid ass game on Yorma. Yorma's literally crying. You can tell she's really hurt. She's saying, you know what, she's not about this life. You know, she got dressed up and decided to come out with him and have a good time. She did not come to this party to be assaulted by some nasty hood rat. And then she also feels like, you know what, is everything that Cardi B's saying is true? You know, she's saying that y'all slept together and y'all hooked up. And you know, DJ Selfish is sitting there trying to play it off like, well, you know, man, that was a long time ago. It didn't mean anything. And then he reaches to try and hug her. And at first she allows him to hug her. Then she realizes like, oh, hell no. Nah, get out from me. You're not hugging on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this shit. So then Yorma ends up getting up and storming out the club. Moving on to the next scene. On the next scene, we have Mrs. No Money, honey. And she's talking about how she has not seen Unsexy Lexi or Raw Ali. But she doesn't care. She never sees Raw Ali again. She was like, bye-bye, bitch. I don't care. You know, so she had me cracking up in her confessional. Finally, Unsexy Lexi shows up and she has braids in her hair. And she really looks pretty. Like, she has a beautiful face when she doesn't have all that shit going on around it. You know what I mean? She looked really pretty, really simple. She comes to talk to Miss No Money, honey. And Miss No Money got a big cheesy ass grin on her face. She just can't stop smiling. She's like, so she just keeps smiling and giggling and shit. So Unsexy Lexi's like, hold up, bitch, why are you smiling so hard? Who you got in your life? You know what I'm saying? Who's dicking you down? Like, you just super happy for no damn reason, bitch. Go on ahead and spill that tea. So now Miss No Money's like, well, yeah, I found a guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a producer, he's fine, and I'm just, you know, I'm really feeling him. He's putting a smile on my face. And honestly, Miss No Money looks very beautiful when she's just smiling, you know, when she's super happy. So far, we've always seen her angry with an attitude, you know what I'm saying, being attitudinal and shit, but she really looks pretty when she's actually smiling. And I also think she would look a lot better if she shaved her entire head. When they showed her side profile is to die for. She has really nice cheekbones. She has a really pretty shaped head. Like, she honestly could rock a bald fade and be fierce, honey. She needs to get rid of that purple damn mane that she has braided into the side of her head. Now, y'all know I love me some purple, honey, but that style is not it for her. I think she would look a lot better if she got rid of all that, you know, horse hair that she has on the side and just, you know, shaved it all off because she really can pull it off. So anyhow, so they're sitting there talking, and Lexi is telling her that she went to meet with Raw Ali and she feels like they need to give her one last chance to basically throw this single release party for them. So Mo's like, you know what, I'm down with that. As long as she wants to throw the party for us, that's cool. I'm just not gonna put up with her trying to throw shade, trying to play favoritism, trying to act like you're way better than I am. That's not cool. You know what I mean? And she tells Lexi that she wants her to meet her new boo. But in the confessional, she's like, yeah, I got me a new boo. He's a producer. He's tall. He's mellow yellow. That's my man, boo. And I'm sitting there watching this shit like, I know she's not talking about Creepo's ass. I know Creepo is not the tall, mellow yellow producer that she's talking about and skinning and grinning over, honey. She's sitting here skinning and grinning like she's talking about DJ Khaled. Now, DJ Khaled may not be the finest guy out there, but at the end of the day, he actually has music that's on rotation, on the radio, and on television. Meanwhile, Creepo don't got none of that going on, so I don't understand why she's so boosted behind this. She tells Lexi that she wants her to meet him and that he will be her date, and Lexi's really excited because she's always wanted to meet this guy and know more about him, just based on what her friend is telling her. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have our favorite father, honey. Broke Pennies and his daughter Ashley are going on a father-daughter date. And so they're out to dinner, and Ashley got the nerve to be trying to ask Broke Pennies for some money, honey. She done told her daddy, I need that credit card so I can go shopping. You know what I mean? I need to buy you some shirts too. You need to bring your swag up, Dad. And he's looking at her like, first of all, Ashley, I'm a grown man. I don't need to bring up my 16-year-old swag. I'm on my grown man swag. And Ashley's like, I feel you, but your shirt just kind of looks funny, and I just want to, buy some stuff for you. So you should give me your credit card. So now I'm kind of giving Ashley the side eye, like, damn, boo, you was cool 2 weeks ago. Now you kind of coming off like a little, spoiled brat. I mean, what's up with that, Ashley? So now, Rich is like, I just feel like I created a monster. I've been Ashley's friend for so long, and I feel like Ashley's taking advantage. And then Ashley all of a sudden says that she has something to tell her daddy, honey. All of a sudden, Ashley gets up out her seat, honey. She gets up, and I'm like, Lord, please don't tell me she gonna get up with a damn full belly. Please don't tell me Ashley done got knocked up sleeping with somebody, honey. But no, that wasn't it. It was worse than that. Well, no, nothing's worse than your 16-year-old daughter being on Teen Mom and pregnant. But what happened is that when Ashley stood up, she revealed her belly button piercing. So she snuck and got her belly button pierced. And when Rich Dollars asked her, like, who gave you permission to go pierce your belly button? And she was looking at him like, B, I'm 16. I don't need no permission for me to go get my belly button pierced. How you doing? So, she obviously does not really have any respect for her father. I'm not knocking her for getting her belly button pierced because when your girl TT was 16, how you doing? I got my belly button pierced too, but I had enough respect to not just flaunt it and just, show it to my parents, because I knew if my parents seen it, I'd get my ass whooped. So I hid it for a whole year. Yes, I was always hiding piercings and stuff like that. I had gotten my tongue pierced when I was like 17. You know what I mean? Like, my homeboy took me to go get it done, and I wasn't old enough to get my tongue pierced. He was like, yeah, that's my cousin. She's 21, and the dude just did it, And I came home trying to hide it, and I did get in trouble for that one. But, teenagers do stuff. Teenagers like to express themselves. Teenagers do get into shit. So I'm not going to knock her for piercing her belly button because I did the same thing. But I just find it odd that she feels so comfortable to kind of talk to her father like that and to floss in his face like he can't do anything to her or like there are no ramifications for her actions. At the end of the day, I feel like she is, doing a little bit too much. And I feel like Rich is being too much of a friend and not so much as a father. And he better get it under control now before little Ashley walks up in the house. What? With a baby. Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we have MariahLynn, honey. Her accent trips me out. This girl is so damn Jersey. I don't know what to do with her. I feel like she needs to be part of the Mob Wives as opposed to part of this show. But she's real funny. So she's wanting to meet up with her new bestie, Cardi B, honey. She acts like a straight up Cardi B groupie. So Cardi B gets there. Let me start by saying this. Cardi B's hair is on fleek. Yes! I love that shit. I love the fact that these girls are bringing braids back one character at a damn time. So, MariahLynn is asking Cardi B, like, what's up? Why did you fight that girl? What's going on? And Cardi B's like, you know what? I wasn't tripping. You know what I mean? I know that Self be fucking other bitches. I don't care what he do with other bitches. But my thing is, keep that shit 100. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting here lying to me and you smashing all these other chicks. Like, what the fuck, man? She's going off MariahLynn and she's like, I understand that. I see where you're coming from. So then Cardi B takes her confessional to let the world know. When you put my shmoney in jeopardy, we gonna have problems, okay? Cardi B is a straight up character. This girl is too funny. I've never seen anyone like this on television. I don't know if she's playing up for the cameras, or that's just really naturally how she acts. The way she talks, the way she carries herself, this girl has no chill whatsoever. But my issue with Cardi B is this. I find it hypocritical that she's saying that she has no feelings in the matter. She has no emotions in the matter. She don't give a damn about Self and what he does. But yet and still, this chick is letting the world know that she also has a dude in jail. So DJ Self is your side dude, okay? So if there's no emotions involved and you a G and you all about using men for their money and using men for what they can do for you, why the hell are you tripping out for this? Why are you sitting here fighting his girl and everything else? Why are you sitting here stepping to the main chick when you know you the side chick? I feel like she comes off as real hypocritical, saying that she don't care in one breath, but then in the next breath you obviously do care because you popping off at the club and trying to beat up Yorma. See, the thing that women need to realize is the whole I'ma act like a nigga, I'ma act like a dude and it's no big deal. It doesn't work like that for women, because as women we are emotional creatures, and when it comes to sex, it's very easy to get attached to somebody. Women are not built like guys. 9 times out of 10 you cannot sleep with somebody and just walk away and then think that those emotions are not going to be there. Guys can do that, but for women it's very, very hard, and those emotions tend to build, and she was obviously very emotional about the situation, hence why she popped off. Now she's trying to play like she's big bad Cardi B and that she has no feelings and that she don't care, but once a month, I only have feelings once a month and I don't really care what he do. But obviously you do care, because if you did not care, you wouldn't have popped off. Girls who don't care, girls who are about playing guys for their money, girls who are serious, they don't get involved in nonsense like that. They play their positions because they know they're getting paid. So the problem with Cardi B is the fact that she wants to be DJ Self's main chick. You feel me? The reason why she got hurt and emotional, because she realizes like, damn, he's with another chick and he's claiming her and flossing her and not flossing me. That's why she got upset, because it's very obvious that DJ Selfish is only using Cardi B for sex. He don't believe in her musical abilities whatsoever. He don't believe in her talents whatsoever. He's all about basically pimping her, having her do parties and, do promotions and things like that. But he's not trying to wife her up and make her his main chick. And deep down inside, that is bothering Cardi B. But she's trying to, she's trying to play it off and act like she has such a tough exterior, which she doesn't. Because at the end of the day, she's a female, and emotionally that really, really hurt her to see DJ Self with Yorma and not her on his arm. While she's sitting there trying to gas up MariahLynn's ditzy ass and talking about, using men for what they got and just using men to get up in the game, MariahLynn is steadily co-signing with everything and saying, yes, that's why I fucks with Cardi B, because she's about her money. And just when you think she's about to cry, she lets people know, I'm using him, he's not using me. That's just bird logic right there, okay? Then Cardi B proceeds to start asking MariahLynn about her and broke pennies. And MariahLynn admits that, at some point in time they did have a relationship, but she's tired of waiting around on broke pennies to get her in the studio, and that she needs to start making her own moves. Now, last but not least, the way that Cardi B was eating that damn French fry had me cracking the hell up. This girl's a hot damn mess. Moving on to the next scene. So the next thing we have Miss No Money. She's going to go meet up with Creepo Honey. So she gets up there and all of a sudden the bitch speaks Spanish. She's like, ooh la la. Papi chulo. Ay, papi. Ay. And I'm just like, bitch, if you don't stop. She had me cracking up. I was like, okay, whatever. So she's just super gassed up behind Creepo Honey. I don't understand what all the hype is about Cisco. To me, he is just nothing more than the king of creeps, okay? How you doing? So Creepo claims that, from the time he first laid eyes on Miss No Money, he was just drawn in by her talents. And she's like, well, I hope it wasn't just my talents that you saw. I hope that other things distracted you as well. And he's like, of course, I'm a creep. So of course I have to look at you, and other things distracted me. And the whole time I'm sitting here watching this shit like, Creepo's another motherfucker on this show who he ain't got no type. Busted bitches are the only thing he likes. So I'm sitting there watching this shit like, is he for real? This proves furthermore that Creepo is no type of producer whatsoever, because any real producer would look at her and look at Unsexy Lexi and realize that, neither one of these chicks have any talent. Anyways, Miss No Money decides to invite Creepo to be her date to her single release party. And then on top of that, she says that her father's going to be there as well, and that she wants Creepo to meet her father and to meet the other half of BBOD, Busted Bitches on Decline. So Creepo, he's not, he's kind of thrown back. His face speaks volumes. He acts like he don't want to meet none of these people. He just wants to smash, and she's doing too damn much. But he ends up, telling her yes and saying that he will be there. He will be proud to be her date. Moving on to the next scene. So the next thing we have Miracle and Ashley, honey. So Miracle's ass done flew from Tennessee all the way to Rich's apartment in New Jersey to basically get her daughter back. She feels like Rich is not doing a good job raising her. She's posting Instagram pictures showing her new belly ring. She's really upset because Ashley went and got her belly button pierced. And then when she asked Ashley about it, Ashley lied and basically said that broke pennies allowed her to get her belly button pierced, which was not true, which I found was very disrespectful and wrong for Ashley to lie on her father like that. So anyways, Miracle's really upset. Miracle wants her daughter home now. Rich happens to come home at the right time time, and he sees them packing and getting ready to escape and shit like that. And he's like, what's going on? Why are you taking her away? I thought you were going to the Dominican Republic and I was going to raise her for the next 2 years. And Miracle's like, well, no, because she's wilding out. She's not going to church. You're letting her do whatever she wants. I'm looking at her Instagram page and she has her belly button pierced. And Rich is like, okay, fine. She's young. She wants to express herself. She got her belly button pierced. There's worse things that she could be out here doing. So the mother's really upset. But my thing is this: why is she acting like her belly button piercing is the devil? And second of all, did Ashley not lose her virginity on your watch? She's upset at Rick, but yet and still she was taking her to church every Sunday and talking to her supposedly, but your daughter still chose to have sex. So why are you mad at him because she got her belly button pierced? Obviously, Ashley's sneaky and Ashley's doing Ashley. So you need to take it up with Ashley as opposed to getting mad at Rich. And they have no business going back and forth and arguing in front of her in the first place. And Ashley's really upset. Of course, she does not want to leave because she has a lot more freedom with Rich. She can kind of do her. So she's upset and she doesn't want to go. But Miracle forces her to leave. Broke Pennies is left at the door looking stuck like he got shit on his forehead. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have MariahLynn, and she goes to meet up with Creepo. And basically, she's basically telling her life story about how her mom was an addict. She's taking care of her 17-year-old sister who just had a baby. The weight of the world is on her bony little white shoulders. Her white privilege card, got lost in the mail. So, she's having a struggle to deal with these, ghetto black people who are promising her the world and saying that she's going to be the next big thing. But yet and still, nobody's getting her studio time. Nobody's producing her. Broke Pennies is bullshitting her. DJ Self is, having all this drama. So she feels like, I need to reach out to you, Creepo. Maybe you can help, make my career blossom. And Creepo's looking like, damn, she's kind of cute. Creepo's such a damn creep. So anyways, he's just so busy staring at her. And he's like, yeah, I've been through a lot too. I've been on my own since I was 12. I was paying rent at 14. My mom abandoned the family. Everything's on my shoulders. We have a lot in common. And he's running all this, bullshit ass game, to get her to basically put her guards down. And then she says in return that if we have relations, it's going to be a really great thing. We can really create some things. And I'm like, no, you freaky bitch. The word is not relations. If we have a connection, if we have a relationship, we have similar likes, stuff like that, not relations. You really shouldn't be sleeping with all these producers for tracks and studio time. This really, really looks tacky, and it's sad that so many girls are just willing to sell themselves short for nothing more than studio time and a hot beat. Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we have DJ Selfish Honey. So now he's saying that he feels really bad about how everything went down with Yorma and Cardi B, and that he feels like he needs to go talk to Cardi B. So he walks in on her in the studio. And he's like, I'm just really sorry about everything that went down. And Cardi B's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm ferociously mad at you. I'm like, this girl is such a trip. So then he's like, I want us to still have a business relationship. I still want us to be cool. And she's like, you know what? We can be cool. But my thing is, you can't bring that bitch around. You know what I mean? Because once a bitch has beef with me, she has beef with me forever. And when she said that part, I fell the hell out. I'm like, this girl's a hot damn mess.
You know what? A girl have beef for me, she gon' have beef for me forever.
Then she goes in her confessional. She's like, you know what? I've been real professional lately, but you know what? Self must have forgot. I'm crazy. You know what I mean? And part of me just wants to rip him apart. And I'm like, this girl is just so over the top. I just can't with Cardi B. Anyways, her and DJ Selfish start talking, and he basically apologizes to her. And he says, you know what, from now on, we're just going to be friends. We're going to keep this on a professional level. No more messing around, no more hanky-panky. And Cardi B agrees, but not before this broad licks her damn hand like a kitten and then shakes his hand. And all I could think of when I seen that scene was all types of germs, herpes, and every damn thing else. That was a hot damn mess. Cardi B is just doing way too damn much. Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we have Creepo, and he decides to have a romantic dinner for MariahLynn. So he invites her over. He has, candles, and it's dimly lit and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's real interesting that he's going out his way to, plan this whole romantic dinner for a chick that he just met. But of course, we're talking about Creepo here, okay? So Creepo is basically talking to her, and he's saying that, he really wants to help her out with her music career, and he wants them to be on the same page. So then at that point in time, MariahLynn, who just does not know when to shut the fuck up, decides to tell Creepo she used to mess with Broke Panties, as if that has anything to do with their conversation. So now Creepo's feeling some type of way because, as we all know, last season Broke Panties smashed Diamond Strawberry, and Creepo's still feeling some type of way about that. But my thing is, he was cheating on Diamond Strawberry the whole time, so how are you mad that Rich Dollar smashed her? You know, it's like, this dude is such a loser. Then he proceeds to look into MariahLynn's beautiful baby blue eyes and lets her know that she has some of the most beautiful eyes that he's ever seen. And then he leans over and they start kissing, honey. And I was like, I kind of threw up in my damn mouth. I was like, I wasn't ready for all that, okay? Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we had DJ Selfish, honey, and he's at the Power 105 studio. When I seen that damn Power 105 mic in front of his face, my first thought was, Harper, who this man? Who this man that done took Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy's spot? What the hell is he doing on Power 105? I had to crack up. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he does DJ at night. But he also had Migos there. Migos, they're there to promote their album and do them. This man is whining about how he needs to, you know, try and get his girlfriend back. He wants the entire city to listen and give him advice. He had his driver drive Yorma to dinner and then pick her up. And then, you know, there's a card in the limousine and Yorma's reading and it says, you know, turn on the radio. And Yorma's like, yeah, turn on Power 101. Power 105. Obviously, he probably don't even work it because she couldn't even get the radio station straight. So the driver ends up turning on the radio and we hear DJ Selfish. And he's telling this stupid story about how his homeboy went to a party and he brought 2 girls with him. And, you know, the girls started fighting. And then he admits to Migos that basically he is the homeboy. He disrespected the girl that he loves and he wants the whole world, the whole New York City to know that he loves Yorma and that's his girl. And meanwhile, everybody in New York is like, who the fuck is DJ Selfish and who the fuck is Yorma and why do we care? Where is DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God? You know, this whole situation was a hot damn mess. It reminded me when DJ Envy's ass got caught up fucking Erica Mena, honey, and Erica Mena put his ass on blast on social media, and he literally had to go to the radio station, get on live radio, and apologize to his wife, Gina.
Hello?
Hey, you have a second?
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, well, first, you're on air.
I'm sorry?
I said you're on air.
Hey, Gia.
Hi.
Hey, Gia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I just want to tell you that right now my life is effed up. It's like I'm really in a bad space, and I'm sorry. I know that I haven't been loyal, I haven't been honest, I haven't been the husband I should have been. I know I haven't been your companion. I haven't been there for you, especially during the time of your pregnancy, and I take full responsibility for everything that I've ever done to you, anything that I ever treated you bad and not treating you like the queen that you are. I will do anything and die making you feel the way that you should. I completely blame myself for every mistake that I've made. I regret everything, and I'm sorry. I am truly and honestly sorry, dear. You are my world, you are my baby, you are my love, and I love you.
So this feels just like a script out of DJ Envy's playbook. You know, I'm gonna need Mona Scott to come up with a better storyline. How you gonna have the bootleg DJ copying what the damn real DJ did during the day 3 years ago? Where they do that at? Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have BBOD, honey, Busted Bitches on Decline. And it's their single release party for Tatalicious. And Ra Ali's there. Miss No Money's dad's there. And I don't understand why her dad is always in Lexi's face. It's just kind of odd. He showed Lexi more attention and love than he did Mo. It's like he didn't pay Mo no type of attention. So anyways, they get up there and they start performing. And honey, when I tell y'all, I don't know who the hell wrote their lyrics to their song. I don't know what a ta-ta-ta-ta-licious is, but that shit was ta-ta-ta-ta trash, okay? How you doing? They were sitting there talking about some damn, she tatalicious, she don't do the dishes. Oh, she tatalicious, she don't do the dishes. That shit sound like a fucking hood rat nursery rhyme. I'm gonna need both these bitches to go back to the drawing board once again. It's like they can't rap, they can't dance. Why is Mona trying so hard to promote Busted Bitches on Decline? I just can't with this whole situation. So anyways, after they get done, you know, putting on the little performance, Creepo walks up there and he goes to, to go hug her. And, Creepo's late. Of course, Mo and Lexi are feeling some type of way. And Lexi's like, the fact that you're late, already got me kind of giving you the side eye. Like, I'm not cool with that. This was my girl's big moment. You should have been here. So now Creepo's like, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize, but things happen. I got caught up in the studio. So, Lexi says, okay, well, that's cool. We'll let bygones be bygones. And she ends up walking out. So then Creepo ends up taking Miss No Money off to the side and they're over there talking. Meanwhile, MariahLynn walks in with DJ Selfish. DJ Selfish claims that he bought MariahLynn so that way she can rub elbows with everybody in the music industry. DJ Selfish is claiming that everybody and their mama from the music industry is in the house. As I'm scanning through the damn crowd, all I see is a bunch of background extras who look like they were literally handpicked off the streets and they're waiting to receive their damn paycheck, okay? I don't know what the hell DJ Selfish is talking about, but I didn't see no celebrities there. Anyways, MariahLynn is there and she notices, Cisco out the corner of her, baby blue eyes. So MariahLynn decides to walk her little ass over to where Cisco is talking to little Miss No Money. So MariahLynn's like, hey Mo, you did a really good job. I enjoyed your performance. She's basically lying out her teeth because that performance was what? Trash, okay? So anyhow, so MariahLynn's like, okay, so Cisco, do you produce for her as well? And Miss No Money's like, oh no, he's not our producer yet. He's gonna be working with me, but no, this is my boo. So MariahLynn's looking like, hold up now, how's this your boo? But Cisco, you was just in my face, over the weekend. Like, me and you was hooking up and stuff. Like I said before, this bitch don't know how to shut the fuck up. She's always running her mouth and getting herself involved in everybody's business. So now Miss No Money's looking at Cisco like, are you serious? Like, we're supposed to be dating. And Cisco's like, well, yeah, we're dating, but we're not really exclusive. And, you're not my main girl. And I'm just like, this dude is so full of shit. But respect to Miss No Money for not taking it. She's like, you know what? Y'all two motherfuckers can have each other. I'm not having nobody play me. So I did respect her for that fact because most of the girls would have been ready to fight the other girl or would have gone off on the other girl. Miss No Money decided to take herself away from the situation, but MariahLynn's messy ass kept running her mouth. And she's like, well, first of all, we're not lovebirds and, it's not that serious. Why are you in your feelings? She's just talking all this shit. So then finally Miss No Money gets up in her face. They start getting into it and they end up fighting. Raw Ali's upset, Unsexy Lexi's mad, and they feel like, what, it's always Mo, she's always popping off, Raw feels like Lexi really needs to leave her because she's damaging the brand, but they're not understanding what went down. I don't understand how they're gonna look from afar and then judge the entire situation. Then finally, after them arguing, going back and forth and fighting, Miss No Money gets Creepo and MariahLynn's ass kicked smooth out the damn party, okay? How you doing? Anyways, that's my recap for this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop New York, honey. That recap was a hot damn mess. It was just so much fuckery that went on this week. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop New York. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.